Rec League podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 139. Coming soon. Yo! Whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram, or YouTube itself. What up, world? I just watched Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F, the fourth installment in the Beverly Hills Cop franchise, first movie in 30 years. It stars Eddie Murphy, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Kevin Bacon, Taylor Page, and then you got the return of franchise favorites, Judge Reinhold, John Ashton, Paul Reiser, Bronson Pinchot. It's directed by Mark Mallory in his directorial debut. In Beverly Hills, there is an investigation. People close to Axel Foley get put in harm's way. He goes back out to Beverly Hills to protect his people, help solve a mystery, a case, an investigation. Same stuff he been doing for 40 years. It starts off like 1 and 2, like Axel on his own Detroit set, and 3. Every movie starts with Axel working a case in Detroit. He catches wind or he chases wind to Beverly Hills. It's like in two movies he follows something that happened in Detroit to Beverly Hills. In the other 2 movies, he catches wind of something going on in Beverly Hills related to people he close to. So I mean, I don't know what else could have, if they do a 5, he gotta just be living in Beverly Hills, right? And then you can have similar themes of people he close to pulling him into some cop shit. Overall, oh man, this is a huge improvement over 3, and there is a slight, subtle, slick reference in this movie to 3 not being good. Beverly Hills Cop 3 is ass. Just ass. Like, Trading Places, Coming to America, Beverly Hills Cop 3. John Landis and Eddie Murphy just couldn't go 3 for 3. Like, it blows my mind. But like this movie was in development hell for 30 years. Like, for the longest ass time, I remember Brett Ratner being rumored to direct Beverly Hills Cop 4. And Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, horrible subtitle. I don't know why they just didn't call it 4. But like, Eddie is cooking. Not all the jokes land, but Eddie is cooking. Eddie is funny in this movie. Eddie Murphy is hilarious in this movie, honestly. I liked Taylor Page in her role. If y'all unfamiliar, like, I don't want to really like say who she is. Like, it's obvious who she is, but she's good. She has a dynamic with Eddie Murphy, and I mean, it's predictable, it's cliche, but it is a if it ain't broke, don't fix it dynamic. I would say, honestly, I thought bringing back the old supporting cast was gonna be forced, and every character in this movie felt natural. Felt like a natural progression of where all these characters would be after 30 years. Subtle dialogue for a couple of them and how they get brought back in, but it flows. Paul Reiser, John Ashton. I haven't seen a lot of John Ashton, and I'm not gonna hold you. He looks way, way, way older. Like honestly, like Eddie Murphy's like 63. John Ashton gotta be mid to late 70s. Even Bronson Pinchot, Agwell. I thought he, like, how do you bring this dude into this movie? But it worked. So like, as legacy sequel as this gets, it doesn't feel forced. This isn't one of the, like, I've seen reactions, like, I've seen people say this movie sucks. I've seen people say it's really good. I say it's middle of the pack. It's nowhere near as good as 1 and 2. Beverly Hills Cop 1, Beverly Hills Cop 2 are just peak 80s action, buddy cop drama. This movie, Beverly Hills Cop 3 makes this movie look like Beverly Hills Cop 1, but it's way better than 3. It's nowhere near as good as 1 or 2. It is enjoyable. The humor works, the dialogue works, the Axel Foley character still works, and you got the Joseph Gordon-Levitt character as a modernized, like, you're not gonna belittle me and hurt my ego and get me to react. Like, he's a 2024 cop, and him and Eddie Murphy, a 1980s cop, the chemistry was good. The action was good. Like I said, like, not as good as 1 and 2. You got to compare it to the old ones. I'm sorry. I don't think Paramount had any involvement in this movie. I didn't see any Paramount representation at all on this, and that hurts my heart, because I don't feel like this is gonna get a physical media release now, and I need one. Like, obviously, you see, I was looking forward to this. How much I was looking forward to this. Of all the movies, like, if you know me, you know that I know, like, dozens and dozens and dozens of movies was coming out this year. I was looking forward to this 9th out of 8 dozen movies, for example. And I didn't love it. I didn't head over heels love it. This might get the lowest rating out of anything on my most anticipated list, but it served its purpose. I mean, for trying to bring back some magic from 1984 and 1987, like, it was good enough. So I don't know, like, if I have to defend my score, I knew who the villain was from the first trailer, and they kind of, like, don't really try to hide it, but they should have. There should have been a big third act reveal. Like, oh no, I never saw this coming. And I mean, it doesn't push any boundaries, and it doesn't try to, like, split the atom and recreate the buddy cop genre. But I mean, I don't know, like, I wanted it to feel more fresh than it does. So that is why, with all that being said, I will say that, in my opinion, Beverly Hills Cop Axel F is almost dope. It is available on Netflix. I don't know if I said that. It's on Netflix, not in theaters. And like I said, it wasn't like a co-production with the studio that made the first 3 movies, as far as I could tell. If you've seen Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, what you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between, let me know. I just the other day put up a review for Despicable Me 4. I put up a top 3 second quarter movies of 2024 video. A review for A Quiet Place Day 1 is up. A review for The Bike Riders is up. My theater didn't get Maxine, so next weekend I hope I get to watch and review Fly Me to the Moon. The week after that, Twisters. Rec League Podcast, we about to do a third quarter review. The end of season 6. The end of publishing through Spotify for podcasters. I know y'all don't care, but it's kind of an event. So be on the lookout, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.